Hello there. Today I wanted to check out the wall from Boz, and I actually wanted to get the old version and the new version too, so this is the wall 2, but once you click on either one of those on the website, it just sends you to the new update. So I've gotten a demo of this just to see what that sounds like. They claim it's really easy to work with. It doesn't have so many options you can, mess with. So it has 2 modes, smooth and aggressive. You basically have the threshold. That's kind of pushing the gain input, just like you have the gain, in on the Pro L2. And we have this flavor fader that is combining, I think they say 31 parameters in one. And I have nothing against that, honestly. Make it simple. Why not? If it sounds great, I don't really care. I am accustomed to using the Elephant from Books & Go, which can be quite complex if you wanted to, but I really have nothing against simplicity if it's done well. So let's see what it sounds like. I'm gonna play the wall 2 first, and on both of these limiters, and I did not want to check and compare more than just these two, I think I have to get more of these new limiters and try to compare more of them at the same time. We did have an episode here about comparing them, not so many of them, like 4 limiters at the max, but I think that a lot of new ones have came out, so why not give them a chance? This was the first one I wanted to check out, so both of these are in the, as they call it in the wall, the check mode. Right here in Pro L, we have it as 1-to-1, meaning that we are listening to the limited signal at the level of the input, so that we can actually hear the difference in dynamics, instead of just having that gain fool us into it being better. And they do call it sanity in the wall, which is something I really like. So both of these are gonna play the signal really hard limited. I really did push a lot because that's when limiters break and show what happens. So let's try out the wall first. At least on these headphones, it's quite transparent. Let's see the smooth mode. Yeah, that has quite a longer release, so I'm guessing it's not that good on percussive stuff, so any kind of music, modern music with drums in it. Okay, it's a much more pumpy, I'm guessing less distortion prone, but this is what we want. Yeah, and let's try the flavor. Should I just be trying the maximum and the minimum, basically, see what the difference is? Okay. It tells you what it does, so more flavor increases distortion while reducing the pumping. Basically, I'm guessing that it's gonna be a faster release and 30 other parameters, but it does sound cool, so let's bypass that. Well, I do hear it getting saturated, which is normal. I really did push hard into the threshold, but it sounds fine. I want to hear what that's gonna sound like compared to the Fab filter, which, by the way, I kept the true peak limiting off. I'm guessing that this one doesn't do that, so let's see what it sounds like. I haven't read the manual, by the way, and honestly I don't think I need to. It's so clear about what's happening. Let's just hear what the Pro L sounds like compared to this. That's Pro L for you. Now the wall. Pro L. I could try the aggressive mood here. So having much more to choose from in Pro L. Makes me wonder what is actually the difference and what could be done to make these sound more similar. But what I can do as well, I'm going to apply phase inversion onto the signal of the Pro L. I'm going to play them both and see what the difference is. There is difference, and not only in the transients, because I can hear a part of the signal. Let me try the modern mode again. Okay, so maybe the difference I'm hearing is in the way they compensate for that volume, although it should be just a clear. This is minus 15, so it should be just a clear plus 15 gain on the output. But let me remove that check on both, and this could be quite louder than it was, so 15 dBs louder than it was before. I'll make sure to correct that in post. So let's try both of these together and just see what the difference is. So with the slowest attack and the fastest release we can get, they have no more residual general signal that I can hear as a difference in between them, except for the tons of transients that are just treated differently, I guess. So let's try the aggressive. No, let's try transparent. I'm guessing there is the least amount of difference when I play the transparent one. Yeah, a lot of difference in the transients, but nah, aggressive actually makes the least amount of difference as I can hear on these headphones in the signal overall. Not completely not appearing at all, it's just the transients and how they're being treated. And let's compare them again. So let's compare now. That's Pro L. Okay, I can definitely hear the difference in the transients, and if you pay attention to the snare specifically, the transient is nicer on the Pro L2, at least in my opinion. It's not like the wall doesn't have its qualities, but I think that it's just purely on the transient side, the FabFilter Pro L2 did win. Now I have to say this is a lot of limiting, but still did come out on top. Nevertheless, I can't say that the wall is bad. It actually sounds really good. I'm gonna check this out even further. I think I'll get some other new limiters that just came out and maybe cram that all into a single episode where we just shoot them out all together just to see what comes out on top, or at least compare them. There doesn't always have to be a winner. You know, maybe just on this song, that is what, you know, this sounds like. Doesn't mean that it's the best on every kind of material, which is my experience so far. That not every limiter is always the best on everything. Goes for any other plugin, any other kind of processing as well. If you hate my stupid glasses, which are kind of dirty now, say something in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you did not subscribe, please do, because most of you don't. And if you don't know what I'm talking about half the time, check out the course at mixingacademy.com. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.